I am in Shelly Young's office. She owns Lone Raven Designs, and it is
Lone Raven Art and Studio. I know my
God.
early people know me as Lone Raven Designs because that was the first name.
So as usual, we're starting off with laughter. Yay! Because Marcia makes
happy.
mistakes, right?
No.
Yes, Shelly is happy. If you can't tell, she's got it all over her shirt. Andrew's on. My son is here. Yay. He says, hi, Mama and Shelly. Hi, baby. So I want to say hi to a few people. Let's see. Robert's on already, and he has made a donation already. Thank you, Robert. We'll get you a reading here shortly. Let's see. And then there's a bunch of stuff. And hi, Richard. Good to see you. Yay. Stephanie is here. Hi, Stephanie. Good to have you here. Lori is here as well.
Lori.
Yay.
Hi, Lori. I know her.
Yeah. Awesome. And Leslie Fisher. Hi, sweetie. Good to see you. Yay. So, I want Shelly to tell a little bit about her studio. I want to tell you that she has an incredible healing space here in Billings, Montana. And just being in this room is very healing. Doing meditation in this room is very healing. And then she does incredible shamanic Reiki as well. So, and then she teaches art. And she's even got me to do some art. I think that's incredible. I've done paintings that people like. I think that's hilarious. It's really cool. And she really does a good job at teaching. So now tell them some more.
Okay. So I started down this creative, I call it mindful creativity, or what was I calling it? Sacred creativity. Sacred creativity or mindful creativity about 5 years ago. And before that, I was an engineer and project manager and just totally switched gears. And everything that I'm doing now kind of started on a trip to Antelope Canyon in Page, Arizona. Yeah, about 5 years ago. And it's just grown from there. So it started with meditation, chakras, and art was kind of one of those things that I used to do in high school, but hadn't done that much. So there was a lot of pressure and perfectionism getting back into art. So a lot of the other things that I'd never done before actually came first. And the healing that you mentioned kind of grew out of it when enough people say, you're a healer, right? Marcia was one of those people. And after,
surprise,
3 or 4, and I worked on Marcia before I had my Reiki training, and she's like, I think she noticed a difference. So that was one of the things that encouraged me to also add healing to the art that I was doing, the creations, and then I also teach the mindful creativity. So it's art class like a paint and sip, but then we take breaks and we come present. When we first start the class, we come in this other room and meditate. I have an art room, and then I have this healing Reiki meditation Zen area where people can just kind of go deep.
Right. Yeah. So one thing I want to do, I'm going to push this up a little bit so you can see those 2 paintings. Those are Shelly's original paintings. And then I want her to show off some other ones that she has. We can bring it back down a little bit, but I thought my external camera was working and it's not tonight. And we don't really want to play with that too much and lose the whole thing. So,
right.
Can you show off some other stuff?
So reconnecting with the divine feminine and the goddess energy is definitely some part of it, as you can see behind me. And then this is another painting that I did as a commission for someone. It's Lilith energy, in case you couldn't tell. It's called Of Shadow and Light because Lilith has been vilified, like a lot of strong divine feminine energies have been. And she's not just shadows, but she's light too. So that was her.
Right.
And I love to walk, as Marcia knows, and Marcia does her own collecting of sticks. This is one of the things that I've done with a big stick that I collected. And I don't know if you can kind of see the dream catcher part that I've added to the middle. And that's with hemp and some turquoise and feathers. So I've got a few of those woven in. And this was one of the original paintings, like the first real painting that I did after I started painting again. And this was inspired by the Desert Rose Meditation Labyrinth on that trip that I was talking about. Obviously, that was in Arizona, and I'd added the ocean. So I ad-libbed a little bit. These ladies are somewhere else, but that's a little sampling of the work that I've done.
But I can tell you that I have one of the original paintings that Shelly did of Antelope Canyon. Yeah, in my office. So I love that energy in my office. One of the paintings that she actually did to me, I have more comments on than anything else in my office, and she didn't like it. That's why she gave it to me. So hey.
I experimented using, instead of the oranges of Antelope Canyon, the oranges and browns, I used blues, purples, and I think oranges still.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Look at the camera.
Look at the camera.
Not you?
Yeah, not me.
Okay. And I'm looking at my other painting of Antelope Canyon over in the corner.
Oh, yeah. She does have one here. Oh, yes. It's so pretty. So pretty. And by the way, you're looking out of another piece of sandstone, right?
Right. You're inside of
like
Antelope
my house,
Canyon.
at my house.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and they call it the Rocky Mountain sunset view. And it's actually a vertical view, but you tilt your camera so it looks like it's horizontal. So you're actually looking at it this way. But,
oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
It's pretty cool. Highly recommend it. Anyone looking for somewhere spiritual to go.
Oh, people are funny tonight. Hi. Oh, thanks, Lori. Thanks.
Arizona could use an ocean.
Do you pronounce your name Tamian? That's really cool. I love that name.
See, I was thinking Tamian, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. So let's see, Robert, let's get you a reading. I want you to jump in, Shelly. If you got stuff for Robert, you know what we should do? We're together. We could do, will you sing live?
Sure.
Okay, I will sing with you. Should we do you want to start or do you want me to start?
I don't usually usually sing with other people. So when Marcia says she'll sing with me, I'm like, I don't know what that's going to sound like, but all right. Because I just go wherever
spirit takes her.
Wherever spirit takes me and however it does. Yeah.
And that's good. That's awesome. I love that. So I apologize for going in and out of the screen here, but let's see. So Robert, let me get settled into your energy. I was going to pull cards, but nah. And Shelly just took off her shoes. I'm like, yeah, that's a good idea.
Shoes aren't really made for this room, or this room's not made for shoes.
This life isn't made for shoes. Okay. So, yes, Robert, we've never done this before, but we're going to do it anyway. And why don't you start and I can harmonize? Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay.
Best of luck to you.
We'll be fine. So there was a big release in the middle of that, Robert. I hope you felt that, but lots of brightness came right afterwards. So I love that for you. I hope we can do some more cool stuff like that because it's really neat. And we've never done it before. So it's really, I think it's awesome.
I was going to say, and I'm honestly not trying to lose you. I just don't know where it's going to go.
Right. You're not losing me. Good. If I drop out, it's because I can't keep up with everything. So that's okay. And I'm doing my own thing.
Good. Beautiful.
So that's awesome, right? Let's see. There are more people in here. Hi, Kathy. Thanks for the super sticker, Kathy. Yay. Let's see.
I saw something from Lori at one point.
Yes, Lori did donate. Do you spit out readings off the top of your head?
Not generally.
Okay.
I know. I was interested to see what today was going to look like because I know Marcia does, and she's always telling me add readings, and I'm the one who grounds a lot and asks questions and guides the readers towards.
And she is fantastic about that. I will tell a story about that. Actually, I got really frustrated because we had people that were going missing. It seemed like it was one person right after another in Billings, and more than one in a year is a lot to me. So but I could only get so far on this certain case, and so I asked Shelly and another friend of ours to come in, and we sat together and meditated and got more information, like a lot more information about the case and about what had happened to her. And if I remember right, that was after they found her body in the river. Or had they found her yet?
I don't think they'd found her yet because we were still talking about like wetness and dampness and.
Okay.
I think.
But the two of us who, I don't mean to say that you don't see things, right? But the two of us who were
had some medium experiences, but not very many, so you can say that.
So the two of us who were seeing or knowing, mine is a knowing, so I knew that she was in water, and I was pretty sure it was the Yellowstone, but it was in very shallow water, and I felt like she was face down. I don't know if it ever came out publicly whether they found her face down or not. So anyway, we did get a lot more information, and we were able to soothe the soul, I would say, of the mom.
And of her too, because I think she had a lot of panic.
Yeah.
If I remember right, the person that had gone missing.
She was not moving on. Yeah. She was too worried about people finding her and worried about her mom, really. So, yeah. It's fascinating when people can get together and share gifts like that. I love that. It's very cool. And us tonight singing together is very powerful as well. So, Lori, I think you should have a reading, my dear. Oh. Let's see. I want to make sure. Hi, Nancy. That's the one I waved at, by the way, while Shelly was talking a little bit. Let's see. And Kathy, we can do a reading for. Sometimes this thing freezes on me. See how fun this is?
I'm just here. I'm just the guest.
I'm glad the internet's working for us too, though. That's happy. So, hi, Destiny. Yeah, there's lots of people. Ruth is here too. Good. Thank you for coming, Ruth. That's everybody saying hi.
So do you look on, is this on Facebook too, live, or is this just?
Yes.
Okay.
It is. Mm-hmm. Okay. Hi, Melissa. I didn't get to the bottom of this. Melissa Parks is another show host, and she is a friend of mine from Florida that I go see when I'm down there. Oh. Hi, Catherine. Yay.
I know her.
Okay, so we'll try to get to everybody, but let's go on a little bit. Let's see. So Lori, I know, asked for a something. Want to do the same thing?
Sure. So I guess I'll tell everybody listening that I usually kind of tune in first with like that solid note before it goes, because that just kind of, I guess, calibrates, I would say, the song, and then it kind of goes from there once it tunes in.
Makes sense. Mm-hmm.
Lori might be a little bit higher, just saying. That's what I'm feeling.
Yeah. Teasing. I'm the bass. So Lori, a lot of what you needed was grounding, and that's good. It's grounding in a different way than you might think. You're going to be connecting with a whole different group of people. It sounds like your guides are going to change out a little bit. So be open to that. Bigger, better places. There we go. More stuff, right? A wider audience, more speaking engagements. And taking big groups of people on journeys, which is interesting. I don't know if you've done that before. But I haven't experienced that from you, but I hope you do. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Seems you need a card too.
So can I? Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, so when I was singing that higher part before it dropped down, I just kind of felt like almost like a clog in a drain, or it reminds me of some paint bottles that somebody had given me, and there were some dried paint kind of at the top, and it, once it pushed out, then the paint flowed out better.
Yeah.
So it just kind of felt like a clog kind of in the third eye that pushed out, and that allowed you to go back down and touch in more from like the throat and the heart, but just somewhere in this area.
Very good. That sounds awesome. Lori says, powerful. That was amazing. Bigger and better. Yes, please. Yes. Absolutely. So I pulled a card for you. It's hard to see, but it's the Five of Swords. So lots of changes coming in the way you think and the way you get information. So I love that.
That's kind of consistent with what you just said, isn't it?
Yeah.
Things are changing out.
Yeah. Oh, Lori says, I can. That felt like gotta speak. Yes, head was spinning. Awesome. Yeah, ground. I mean, shake yourself down to earth again before you go anywhere, but hopefully you are home. Let's see. Do you remember? I should write these down, but I don't. So let's go back a little bit. I know that
I was going to say
Kathy.
Yeah.
Is that the next one?
I think so.
Yeah. So, Kathy. Interesting. Let's do the same thing if you're okay with it. Want to keep going?
Well, you did invite me on today, so I
guess
I might as well, huh?
Exactly. Yeah.
All right. Do you want me to tell you what I felt?
Mm-hmm.
So again, the grounding in, the getting solid at the root so that you can speak, went directly to the throat. And then once you're able to use your voice, you're using that voice to go back to your solar plexus chakra and clear out some of that past stuff that you're carrying around. So the voice is important, but you can't speak until you're grounded. And speaking or voicing using your throat chakra is going to help you clear out what's blocking your solar plexus.
Blocking your creativity. Oh, Kathy. Yes. I love the energy there. It's all snowed upon, right? I think I've got the right Kathy. So, once you figure out the stuff in your throat chakra, the stuff in your stomach is going to start going. And that's what Shelly was talking about your solar plexus chakra. And there are things happening in your gut that you would probably prefer not to happen all the time, right? So allow that to be spoken out, and you don't really need an audience for that, but say it.
Write it.
Yeah. Hi, Tandy.
Tandy missed the story.
Oh.
Because Tandy was the other one in the room.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Catch up, Marcia.
You're somewhere else. You're still on Kathy. That's okay.
Kathy says, I've heard that many times. Yeah, I know. We get these messages over and over, but hopefully somebody says it in a way that it can finally click and resonate with what we need to know. Sometimes I feel like I'm giving the same message over and over and over again, and I get really tired of saying it. But
you feel like you're not giving their money's worth, right?
Right. Yes.
You never change the
message.
That
is my issue. That is definitely my issue. So, but hopefully, if you've heard this a few times, maybe now is the time where it resonates and you go, oh, I finally get what they mean.
And maybe it's the grounding first, like being really stable and rooted in that allows you to do that upper work, that healing work without getting lost.
Right. And she's asking, how do I clear it? So, Kathy, I think you work with dragons. And so I want you to ask your dragons to come in to your solar plexus, move around your intestines, and help you clear that. Help you understand what you should say out loud or write down. Again, it doesn't have to be to anybody, but maybe it is to somebody. Maybe it's to a relative that has passed. And nobody else has to hear about that, really. But you need to do it for your sake, not for their sake. And that goes for pretty much everybody that's hauling around stuff, resentment or whatever from a relative.
Mm-hmm. But I know some people, the hurt is so much, they feel like they're letting the other person off the hook and that they deserve to be. And Kathy, I don't know you and I don't know your situation. I'm just thinking of somebody else that, it's like it was a big, big hurt. And, maybe it's really hard to let that go because it was unjustified. It was an unjustified hurt. You didn't do anything wrong, whatever. But again, the only one that's getting hurt by continuing to carry that and not releasing it is you, or you're the one that's carrying it, because chances are if somebody did something to hurt you that bad, they probably don't even know, they don't care, and they don't, they didn't think it was a big deal.
Likely. Yeah.
So
yeah.
depending on what it was.
I don't even know if, I mean, I don't know what the mind of a sociopath is like, really, but but they probably don't think they're in the wrong, you know.
Right.
So yeah, do that for yourself. Oh, not sure if it's a relative, but maybe more. Okay. Well, the more you really ground in and try to do this and speak it or write it, the more will come through and the easier it'll get. So you'll eventually get to it, but take the time. That's my problem, is I don't take the time. I think that everything's fine.
Well, and the solar plexus is about fire too. And you had mentioned bringing in her dragon. Right. So bringing in the dragon to burn what is written or to burn what is said. You are feeding the flame, you know, you're feeding these words, you're feeding the release to the dragon, and they're burning it for you, you know, whether that's through a fire or a candle or just, you know, up in your mind while you're sitting underneath of a tree in a park, or digging your toes into the wet loam next to a creek or whatever it might be. And I say that because we were at Pioneer Park yesterday for Easter, and my youngest 8 years old was walking through the water. And this is a park where the creek is like, there's a lot of black, brackish soil when you stir up the water, and it doesn't smell the best, but he was enjoying walking through it, and I was okay with it as long as he didn't step on a needle.
Right. It is sometimes a little bit scary in that park as well. Yeah. So, Tamian, not sure how to say that, but it's
like Tammy, but weirder.
Okay.
So Tamian. That's what
she meant by that. I read it.
I'm guessing it's Tamian.
I like it. Very cool. So let's see. You can go. You can hit it.
Do you want to go down and okay? I didn't know if.
No problem, Kathy. Thank you. Let's see.
I'm feeling a song from you on this one, but.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And I'm probably not going to do the whole song, but there's a few different things coming through for you. So let's lighten things up a bit, huh? There was a time when I was alone, nowhere to go and no place to call home. My only friend was the man in the moon, and even sometimes he would go away too. Then one night as I closed my eyes, I saw a shadow flying by. He came to me with the sweetest smile and told me he wanted to talk for a while. He said, "Peter Pan, that's what they call me. I promise that you'll never be lonely." And ever since that day, I can't sing the next part. But hold on, stay in that space. Unaloi wauchi kolina wo mawaunendiho amoeniki Hello. Okay, so you needed both the uplifting song, which you can look up the rest of on the internet, but we don't want to sing the whole thing because we'll get in trouble. Blah. And you needed the light language, my dear, so that you could let go of what you needed to let go of. Did you get something out of that?
I was feeling, Tammy, and you mentioned that you have had a lot of loss recently, and it's okay to grieve. And it's okay to grieve for as long as you need to. And sometimes we feel, I don't know if I want to say shame if we grieve too long, like, we need to get over it already because other people suffer losses so much bigger than us, or, whatever that is. I was just feeling kind of like taking that loss and giving more love to it, really. And that will help lighten, like acknowledge that loss and that it's okay to grieve.
Right. And it's okay to grieve big, like Shelly said.
Go ahead. It's yours.
Oh, you're welcome, Destiny. Let's see. So, hi, Katie. So anyway, give yourself all the time that you need. Sometimes we get caught up in this thing of going too fast, right? I mean, not just sometimes. My brain never shuts off. So I'm constantly trying to slow down or telling myself I need to slow down. But be nice to yourself. If you think you need to do something, be nice to yourself about it. And take your time. Yeah. Maybe do a little something for all the people you've lost, like plant a rose. Something. Yeah. So
it is the season of planting.
It is. Yay!
And growth and flowers and
thank you.
Yeah, one thing that I do for my dad is, he was never a big flower guy. So when Memorial Day comes around, I usually buy a tomato plant and put that at his grave instead of flowers that I know he didn't really, enjoy anyway, but he loved his tomato plants. He loved his garden. And then my aunt had come and she had seen those. She's like, well, you're going to go back and get them, right? Because those are really nice tomato plants. So after that, I have gone back, I've put them on his headstone for a week or so. And then I go back and then I plant them. And then every time I get a tomato off of them.
That's a great idea. I love that. Let's see. I know Destiny. I think Destiny was next, right? In the readings.
Maybe.
I think she asked for one. That was a long time ago.
So there's Tammy. There's Destiny. Yep.
Okay. Or a song, I think that means. Okay. All righty.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. This is for Destiny. no ana e ana he on ye ana e ano an ye ano e ana Ananye ano e ana hanye ano e na hanye ana na e o ono e ana hanye ano e ana he ano e ana he ano e a e na hanye ano anye ano e anye ano a hana e Heu anye noyana.
You got a message through all that? I'm just like, oh.
A lot of heart, leading from the heart. Stepping into strong leadership, but it's through that heart. I mean, it's almost like a lighthouse, almost, leading that. But also, and Marcia will appreciate this, had the wings coming out because the wings are the back of the heart, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it was that power supported from the back to move you forward. So the wings to help guide you and push you on.
Nice. That's beautiful. I'm just reading some of the comments. And Samir, hi.
That's Sam?
Yes.
Okay.
The singing sounds so close to Northeast Indian music. That's beautiful.
Yeah, and that's especially when I'm singing in the shower, I feel like sometimes I take like a cultural tour of the world. Because
yes.
Like, oh, wow, that kind of sounds like Asian influence in there. And oh no, that was Indian and that was Native American,
right.
So it's all over the place sometimes. So that's awesome to hear that.
Yeah, that's very cool. Yes, Destiny, that was for you. Oh, thanks, Stephanie. Stephanie, it's good to feel your energy. Yay! Oh my gosh. So I have a little bit that I wanted to touch on today. I'm sure this will resonate with some people out there. I was listening to Carolyn Myss on YouTube, and she's one of the people that I've followed for a long time, and she was actually talking about, I think, if I misspoke, forgive me. But I'm pretty sure that's who it was. Let's see. I could probably look. Yes, it was her. Okay. So she was talking about the prostitute archetype and how we have, well, one of her strongest comments was that I'm not going to get this exactly right, but the basic gist of it was that we prostitute ourselves way more than actually having sex with someone. We give away our power to other people all the time, to other things all the time. So while I was listening to that, it hit me that that I give up my power to wheat. I give up my power to all kinds of things that run my life instead of, taking my power and allowing it to be mine instead of something else. Money is a big one, So if you're, think about it a little bit. And if you're giving your power away to something, I even was inspired to text my son and say, does I don't think he'll mind. Well, maybe I shouldn't say that. I'll stop right there. But anyway, don't give your power away to anything or anybody. Keep your power. Allow yourself to be your strong self. and take it back to whoever or whatever you may have given it to in the past. It might have been that we, how do you say that? That we got ourselves into a situation where we didn't feel comfortable, but we just dealt with it instead of speaking up and saying something about it and getting out of that situation. That would be the same thing, you know? So make sure that you're taking back your power. So I know Sam would like something, so let's do something. Yeah?
Let's do something. Okay. It seemed like there was somebody else in there too, but I couldn't find him when I was just scrolling. But Robert said that he brought his dad home from the hospital today.
Yay! That's great.
I did come across that message, found that.
Yeah. This is a bit further away than I usually have the messages, so.
Okay. So Samir.
Oh, sweet. Go ahead.
I felt some sorrow, and once. So sometimes I feel like the words or the energy is kind of encouraging something that's stuck to move on. It's getting to where whatever it is lodged, and it's just, hey, thank you for servicing, thank you for playing a role, but it's time to move on, with love and light and whatever, but let's go ahead and, pick it up and move along now.
Yes. Yes.
But not like in a horrible way, but in a very
honored
way, but also stern. I mean, you're not breaking any, okay, pick up your stuff, but you got to go. Okay, I understand you're waiting for somebody, but you got to go. Whatever that is, just really, sometimes it takes a little bit more encouragement, but it's encouraging it to move on. And I felt that kind of a block between the solar plexus and the sacral chakra, more sacral energy. And that's kind of where I was drawn for the release.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do I have a message? Samir, I'm not sure that I really do have a message. I think she's. I think Shelly said it very well.
Yay!
Oh my goodness. Whew. It's a good thing I don't have to read that much this time. Shelly's here to back me up. She's here to not be dyslexic or stutter.
And I will say that I've noticed when people walk into this room, that's the energy room. Like there's one gal who's a salesperson for radio. I mean, she's used to presenting and speaking, and she walks into the room and she goes incoherent. Like she babbles and can't complete a sentence. And then she walks over to the other side, which is the art space, and we have whatever conversation that's needed. And then she comes back over here to melt.
But you all know that I do this all the time, right?
Oh, okay. It's not all right.
I think what happens with me is that there's a lot of energy to tap into in the shows, and yeah, it's just a lot. And then I get tongue-tied and stuff. So Andrew told me that it was perfectly fine with him if I said something about him. So I did text him. He is my oldest son. He is my most fiery son. And I have to say that I have some really great kids and grandkids. So he said that I could tell you what happened this morning. So I did text him and I asked him if AA had anything in all of their literature about whether you were giving your power away to alcohol. And I can't remember exactly what he said, but it was more about taking the power back, I think, than it was about, yeah, you gave it all away. But to me, I think I needed that reminder that I gave it away in the first place, or that awareness that I gave it away in the first place in order for me to understand that I needed to take it back. Right. So if you're out there struggling, I hope that you get help. Reach out to somebody. If you're, I don't even mention this, but if you're struggling with anything that might make you turn to suicide, please, for the love of God or everybody else, reach out. There are a lot of suicides in my family and a lot of suicides around all of my kids as well. And it feels like, it doesn't feel like we collect death. It feels like we collect people that need us, right? And sometimes we know how to help and sometimes we don't. And sometimes there is nothing that you could have done about it. In fact, when people are to a certain point, there is nothing you could have done. But hi, Sandra. I have family named Sandra, and she spells it the same way. And we get in trouble.
I don't know. There's so many people that mispronounce your name.
Oh yeah,
and I don't know why. It seems like it's exactly what it is.
True.
But Marcia,
yeah.
Did we do one for Richard? We did one
no,
for Robert,
we did
but
not.
Richard. I found Richard in the.
Okay, Richard. You know what to do. Relax. Feel the music. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Richard. Oh no, no, amo, ano, anna, no, ano, no, anna, ne, uno, anna, ne, ano, ammono, no, anna, hana, oh no, hono ina hana he oe ano ana he. Hano ana hana he no hana he oe ano anye. Hono ana hono e na hana e no ana nye ano anye a. Okay. So I think, I mean, I could have gone on, but really I just felt like it was your ancestors reaching out and saying, hey,
You're doing good. Go, go, go.
I mean, just honoring like your ancestry and your origins. And, I don't know why, but I was feeling ships and almost like, ocean. Yeah, ship music. I don't know if it was Vikings or if it was Islanders, but I just kind of felt like that, woohoo! Honor your heritage.
Yes. Awesome. Stephanie says, hugs and thank you for you and your children's work. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Same to you, Shelly. Let's see. If there was time, I would love a reading. Otherwise, I would catch up with you another time. Just wanted to see and listen. Thanks, Stephanie. We might have to do that another time because we are almost out of time.
Yeah. And I'm kind of wondering if it resonated with Richard because it didn't really feel like a healing. It just sounded like a shout out. It felt like a shout out.
Well, actually, Richard, if you needed a reading out of that, you're doing really good. I know that you're doing well because I've experienced it. I've seen it. I know that your energy looks happy and it feels happy. So just keep doing what you're doing. You're on the right path. You're doing the right things. Yay to you. So that's probably why your relatives wanted to shout out. Yeah. Good. I love that. Let's see. Stephanie, I can pull you a card. Ooh. Stephanie, look at all these pentacles. I don't know if you can see it very well, but
tilt it one way or the other. I don't know. Or get closer to the camera.
But it's the 10 of Pentacles. Yay! Sometimes that means a completion of a cycle, and that's what I'm getting for you right now. So it might be that you have well, that's not a very nice way to say things, but exhausted a supply source, so it's time to move on to something else. Does this make sense to you, I wonder? It's time for you to switch up a little bit about what you're doing. Maybe it's a refresher on like a different spin on things. Maybe you need to refresh something. I know I have felt the need to refresh my office lately, so it's getting a makeover. But it might be that you've come to the end of the line of what you're doing in this area, but it's not everything that you're doing as far as work goes or as far as bringing in the pentacles, but it is just one little path. So switch something up. It's time for something to come to an end, and then when that cycle restarts, it will be amazing. I love that. Oh, yay! She says, yes, I'm not dispatching this year, and I feel that. Okay, well, switch it up, girl. Yay!
And Linnell is on and has said hi and a couple of things.
So. Hi, Linnell. Sorry about that. If we missed anybody, I will catch you next time. It is so good to interact with you all. And even if I can't see you, we can feel your energy, and it's really good. So also, If you want to get in touch with Shelly, here's how.
I am loneravenart.com. And my website is up there. I see. Thank you.
Yay.
Tiffany, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Tiffany. And I'm in Billings. And I also, so if you want to come to a class and you're in Billings or the area, please do. And if you're away, I can do some remote work as well. So reach out to me. My website has paintings and other things that I sell on it if you want to check that out too.
Yes. All right. Well, thanks, everyone. See you next time.
Thanks for listening. We hope you enjoyed the show.